Why do I do that? I don't know, because I am crazy and just want to help all the children of the world. There was a tornado warning, so we had to go in the hallway and be against the wall with the kids covering their heads for about an hour. So we quickly packed up. We're going back to walk to buses, and tornado warning comes back. Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Brianna and I am a 4th year, 3rd grade teacher in North Carolina. And this feels weird because I haven't vlogged in my classroom in a real long time. But I told y'all in my last video, which still isn't uploaded because I currently don't have internet. So I'll have to go down to my like little apartment cafe thing to make it work, or Panera. But anyway, that's besides the point. I promised y'all I would vlog this week because I really do want to get back into it. So it's not the morning, it's actually after school, and for the first time in a long time, I don't have to plan for once. We're actually planned for reading through the end of 3rd quarter. So we're done all the way through March, which is incredible and a huge weight off our shoulders. So I'm using this time to organize, because if you saw one of my videos from a few weeks back, I'll link it here. It was one of my work days where I mentioned cleaning this cart, filing these papers, things I still have yet to do. I'm gonna take the time to file my things today, which are, I always keep one copy of everything we do in class just to keep in my files, just in case I am planning something new next year, want to go back to it, leave, just I keep it all. So that is what I'm going to work on right now. There's really no rhyme or reason to it, especially when your drawers are overflowing to the top, but I'll get a little organized and then I'll show you what I'm up to. I did not vlog this morning, which was the original plan, because, you know, it's a Monday, so I slept in a little bit. Ooh, I also need to send an email really quick. I usually tutor one of my students in the morning before school. Why do I do that? I don't know, because I am crazy and just want to help all the children of the world, but I'm not gonna do it this week. So I'm gonna email that parent, and then I'm gonna start filing, and I will show y'all my outfit. So for those of you that don't follow me on Instagram, I am moving, and this past weekend, I cleaned out my 2nd closet and got rid of 4 bags of clothes. But in the process, I found stuff I haven't worn in a while, or ever maybe. So let me take my lanyard off first. So I'm wearing this teal dress. It's like a 3/4 length sleeve. And this is from Zulily, I wanna say. I like went on there and bought like one in every color, but I have since gotten rid of some. They do wear down over time because they were like 10 bucks each. So it's a really good length, especially for me, because I'm very tall, so things don't usually fit me right. It does sit right above the knee, which is perfect, and I think it might be even a little bit longer in the back. And then this like shawl scarf thing, my sister got me for Christmas one year, and I just, you know, didn't really know what to wear it with, but it like matches so perfectly, and I just looked so put together for throwing this fun thing on me. No tag land. It literally has no tag. I don't know, but like, look, it looks like a big rectangle, but it's split where it's supposed to sit on your shoulders. And I'm really sorry there's no tag. It's probably from like Anthropologie or Urban or Madewell or somewhere expensive, because my sister has expensive taste. But that is that, and I really, really like it. I just told my kids I felt like a fancy grandma today. So yeah, and then I'm just wearing my white Vans because I have like only brown shoes and just nothing else was gonna work. I'm wearing my sun necklace somewhere over the rainbow. It's half a sun. My mom has the other half because she used to sing "You Are My Sunshine" to me when I was little to put me to sleep. I'm wearing gold hoop earrings because putting them first, Lauren has inspired me to care about wearing earrings again. My hair, I literally ran a straightener through it this morning just to tame it a little bit, but other than that, it's just air dried. And then my lanyard is from Of Hearts and Minds, I wanna say. And it has my doorbell. And then a little bracelet one of my students made for me and all my jingle jangles on there. Oh, and my kids like to tell me I'm a Visco girl because I have scrunchies and a fake Hydro Flask. So there's that. All right, let me get to that email and organizing. So step 1, clear the desk. Step 2, clear the top of the drawers and put it all over the desk. I also have these 3 drawers filled. Oh wait, just kidding, because I just went through this one. So I only have 2 more. All right, let's get started. Okay, so here is what was on the top of my drawers and in my grade drawer. So I've basically just organized it by standard. So I have geometry, 2-step word problems, character traits, OA 6. I know my math standards better than my reading standards. Unknown numbers. Multiplication properties, OA1, maps and globes, human body, central message, solar system, area, which we just started today. This stuff is review stuff, so I have to hold off on that. Cause and effect, multiplying by multiples of 10, basic area and perimeter, behavior reflection sheets, and a what's it called? Like Once Upon a Crime, breakout, find the suspect before Christmas activity game thing. So let me finish going through this and then I'm gonna pull out all the stuff from my 2 drawers and then I'll pull my files out to actually put it away. Okay, so I was almost through my copy drawer, but I came across stuff literally from the beginning of the year. So I'm going to file all of this because that should be everything that goes in that stuff. And then I'm going to move on to this. I have to go tutor in like 10 minutes, 13 minutes, 18 minutes. Shout out to Maylene from Miss Calls Campers for the amazing calendar background. I literally love it. I used to use the personal planner ones, but their calendar is so small and this is perfect and my time and my date sits on the shelf and it's so cute. So if you want her background, she makes so many. She's literally like a genius. But anyway, my filing cabinet is right there and all my 3rd grade files are in the top, except for the most recent ones I keep out, so I have to pull those. But math is red / orange, reading is yellow, writing is orange. Oh yeah, wait, that's not orange. I don't know. Science is green and social studies is blue. And my intern last year helped me do all of this. So I'm gonna sort this stuff, yippee. All right, I was doing good. I was almost done. I still have my actual file drawer to go through, but I need to pause and head to homeschool and then I will come back here and finish up. Hey y'all, it's a new day. I didn't end up coming back to school yesterday, but for a good reason. I had to, after homeschooling, rush home because I had to go to my leasing office before it closed to pay my final rent bill. I usually pay online, but it was just a little bit different this time. So I had to hand them a check and I just had to make sure that it was done, and now that is set. So now for my new apartment, I can set up my internet and electricity, and just so much is going on. I just can't wait until like the hectic part of moving is over and I'm settled in my new apartment, but I get the keys next week, so my mom will be here for like several days helping me out, and I'm really excited. But anyway, I'm back in my classroom. I've organized all my copies and things from today, and so now I'm going to go back to what I was doing yesterday, go into my file drawer, and yes, I've added stuff on top here. Pull all this stuff back out and finish the filing so I could be done with that and move on from that. Here's proof that my file drawer is empty. However, I do need to keep my area things in there because my teammates are currently using my file, so that's the only thing that's in there. For copy, this is just random stuff. I'm gonna go through this because this is something my kids, I do want to copy for them to put in their notebook that I should have done a long time ago, but you all know writing is a difficult thing to get to. We've been doing really well with our informational reports, so I'm happy with that. I'll move this star down here. These I can actually toss. I had a behavior booklet for one of my students at the beginning of the year, but that was not successful for them, so we're not doing that anymore. These are things that I need to laminate, so I'll bring those home. And then these are elapsed time cards that go over the hour, and we don't go over the hour, but I think I was holding on to them because I could challenge my high kids with that. So I'll take all that home to laminate. And then I do have this in here for conferences. It's just a little free brochure that I found, but I haven't really used it. I'm just gonna leave that in there. There's only 2 things. And then my grade file has just a few answer keys that I use throughout the year, and my Easy Grader, which this was passed down to me. I should buy a new one. That way it's beautiful, but this is fantastic. Other than that, yeah, it's just answer keys. So that is that. Now I should probably go through these drawers. Maybe I'll decide to do that right now. Guess what? Oh my goodness, if this doesn't fall over, I can take all my papers out because I got my file back. Woohoo! Stuff is packed. Everything's filed. Desk is pretty clear. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Hey y'all, I literally have stayed in my rain jacket all day, so that's the kind of hump day I've had. I'm going to grade our 2 social studies assignments for today and get a little bit organized. I'm kind of upset because I didn't show you guys my outfit yesterday, but that's okay. It was mostly just my blue shirt and my fun earrings. Both are from a local boutique, so I'm sorry I can't really guide you to them, but I'm gonna get some grading done. That way I can stay on top of it because I've been doing very, very good, and my coworkers are having a ball, and I'm working hard. All right, so I am back in my classroom. Update on that Mousse dry shampoo that I told you guys about. I don't know. I showered last night and I put it in this morning just because my hair gets greasy that fast. And I mean, it gives me volume, but the powder might still be better. Anyway, I've been here about 40 minutes. I've been on the phone with my brother though, but I'm just currently grading my grammar. So this honestly has been the best thing that I've implemented this year. This Not So Wimpy Teacher 3rd grade grammar pack. It's just task cards. It comes with PowerPoints, and I do the PowerPoint on Monday. And then this is one of the kids' ELA centers throughout the week. So they all have one day during the week that they go through these task cards and they fill in their recording sheet. and I've just kept everything together in this little zipper pack. It has the title, the cards sit in the back. I have the blank recording sheet to make copies of when I'm ready for it. And then I have the answer key as well. So it's all just right there, and it's just made my life so, so easy. So I'm grading that right now. Oh, hello. So I just wanted to jump on here and say how me staying on top of my grading and my kids' homework just is making all the difference. Even though I am working more right now, like I'm doing it all at school and I'm not grading at home. And I usually grade at home very last minute, and just having the grades now and just helping the kids along the way, it just makes so much more sense. Some of their homework I used to not even check and just move on, but checking it and like meeting with them about it shows them that it is important and that I am actually caring about what they're doing, and it shows me which kids are struggling and which ones need the help. Going through it each day, I don't go over homework, but I'll pull the kids who didn't get the right answers. Since I've been checking it, I usually do it the morning after. So like for their homework from tonight is Wednesday, Friday morning I'll be able to pull kids just while they're doing their morning activities. And honestly, my mornings have been all over the place this year. Like I started with morning tubs, which was kind of like indoor recess, and then I moved away from that because it was just loud and messy and my closet was always a mess. I moved into the games. Oh, and actually, you know what? I'm gonna print it right now. I found these just ELA morning works from Teachers Pay Teachers, and I'll link it down below. But I just like that it was like a different skill every day, and it's just something really quick. But I've always felt like I've done more math than ELA, which isn't very true. It's just like I want a balance. Like last year we did all math morning work, and then this year we took a step back from morning work and just thought about how kids can come in and just do something relaxing in the morning. But like sometimes it's read around the room, clean your desk. I think actually tomorrow I might give them a social studies sheet because we're a little bit behind in social studies, and that's just something that they can do in the morning, and it's like a math activity, so it's more fun than just a worksheet, you know? But I'm gonna print that out so I can start that next week. With this being the first time that I'm not planning math, I feel like I'm letting my baby go, and it's scary. So I really need to take a look at like where we're headed with area, because I don't want to spend too long on the basics. I want to move into the kids multiplying, and we've just been counting square tiles, which is obviously like a huge skill for them right now. But since we've already done arrays this year, they can see that it's multiplication. So we've done 3 days now of area counting square tiles, using square tiles to manipulate and fill in the shape and measure it. So they're understanding that it's the inside, which is really good. But I need to just take a look at my plans and figure out what pieces I want to use, because you know, when other people plan subjects for you, like it's different when I had never planned reading before. So like last year, I just used the reading plans that were given to me because it was my first year ever teaching reading. But now I understand the standards more. I understand what the kids need to know. I understand their misconceptions. So I know like how to change, how to teach it when I do it. And with math, like I've always planned math. So like I have control over it, and not having control is just different. And I mean, I trust my teammates, obviously. They're both amazing teachers. It's not about that. It's just everyone's kids are different, you know? And where one class might need more time with square tiles, like another class may be more concrete. One class may be able to move to abstract quicker, which is why when like other people plan for you, you take what they have and you have to change it for your class, you know? But I'm starving and I can't even think straight. I've been at school for almost 12 hours. I don't even know what I was planning on doing. I think I'm gonna get here early tomorrow because I don't feel like making my morning slide right now, and just, I don't know. But I've really been enjoying the end of my days. We're doing maps and globes in social studies, which has just been cool to talk about. Like, we talked about continents, and gosh, I just need to go eat. I'm sorry. I do this like rambly thing where I like have thoughts and I want to get them out and then I don't remember what they are. But I feel like I was saying something important. Oh, I'm really enjoying the end of my day because my writing just has been going so well. We do, after lunch, we do intervention time, which I do like a ketchup, mustard, mayo slide, I want to say. Pickles, something like that. I have like this template set up for my kids, and I do go in and I've created one for each kid. Now there are like groups of kids who I give the same tasks to, but like if they're struggling with a skill. So for example, we just took our geometry test last Friday. So this weekend I went in, and whoever did not do well on that test, I found a video on polygons, and it was actually a great video. I'll link it down below. And there's one on quadrilaterals too. And I put them into Safe Share. And then once you put something in Safe Share, it gets rid of the ads from YouTube. And you can also trim it. So the quadrilaterals video I found was fantastic, but it was 9 minutes long. So we only used the first 5 minutes because after it started talking about measures of angles and how many degrees have to be in a shape. And in 3rd grade, they don't have to know that. So with Safe Share, I can crop, edit, cut, trim, that's the word, the video to stop when it gets to a certain point. So I would like type in there like watch this video, and once they watch that video, then after I have IXL skills for them to practice that go along with that. So that's an easy formative assessment for me to see that they're understanding that. And then once they've done those things, I have been giving them back their test to do corrections, and I just have them go back in with a pen and see if they can fix their mistakes. I don't give them credit for it, but it's just good to reflect on their learning and see if they actually understand it better now. I only give them half credit back if over half the class got below a 70 and was not proficient. But that has only happened maybe once this year. But in the Mayo slide, it's always Prodigy or Read Around the Room, and my kids just are obsessed with Prodigy, which is great. Like, it's honestly hitting on those skills, like patterns that we don't get to a lot. So it's making them think logically about their number sense, which is awesome. But they like try to battle each other. So then they're like talking to try to figure out where they are and get on the same land. And then it's just gets a little wild because they're trying to find each other, and I'm like, you guys need to not be talking because there's some people who are not having this fun time and who are either catching up on work or learning new things. But anyway, I also wanted to point out I do the video thing instead of me pulling to reteach, because especially in math, like I don't like to always I rarely play videos as my mini lesson because I'm here. So I teach, and then when I was doing Power Hour daily, my centers, which I haven't done in a while because our schedule just has been off, but I meet with a math group every day. So they get me whole group with whatever way I teach the lesson. I do it a little bit differently in small group just in case they didn't get it or to enrich them. And then if they still don't get it at that point, then they clearly need to see it a different way. And so that's when I like to bring in the videos, and that's when I can allow those children to individually learn, and then I can pull kids for other things like a reading group, or which is what I've been typically doing, or I don't know, just other things. It just leaves me open, especially for like geometry. Like, I mean, you got to look at a shape and there's only so much you can do, but with the video, it like, as it's talking about the parallel sides, like it shows them. So the visual aspect of it is just very helpful. That is where I'm at. I'm exhausted, so I'm gonna go. Hopefully I said everything that's on my mind, but I will see y'all tomorrow. Hey y'all, it's Friday and the kids don't have school. And I did not film yesterday. If you're not following me on Instagram, make sure you go click my link because I updated you guys there. Yesterday was really scary. In the morning, there was just a lot of storms all day. So there was going to be a lot of flash floods and things. So they called for an early release for 12 o'clock. We were supposed to leave. However, around, I don't even remember what time it was, around 11 o'clock, there was a tornado warning. So we had to go in the hallway and be against the wall with the kids covering their heads for about an hour. And it was scary. It was scary. Since we were already releasing early, there were already parents lined up. Parents started coming inside so they can take shelter. I don't even know. Like, there was just a lot going on, a lot like unknown. It was scary. Finally, the warning was lifted. So after a few kids had been crying and it was just a lot, some kids had been picked up. We came back to the room and it was now after dismissal basically. So we quickly packed up. We're going back to walk to buses and tornado warning comes back. So we're trying to get the kids through the building and we're in a mix of, we go through the kindergarten hall. So there's a mix of kindergartners and third graders and we all just have to get against the wall and duck again. So like that freaked the kids out. It was scary, but we had to wait for about 20 more minutes before buses were allowed to leave, but everyone got home safely. So they canceled school for kids today just because of power outages and floods around town and things. So everyone's okay, but it was definitely like just a moment that you don't expect to experience. And I just like took on the role of mom yesterday and I was anxious, but it was helpful to just comfort my kids and be there for them. So that was that. Now I'm here today and I'm trying to organize all my copies for next week and get my plans together. And my coworkers, you know, are loud. So I'm gonna go just start organizing stuff and I'll talk to you as I go. So currently my I-CAN statements are like this, but I need to make a fourth one. So I'm gonna do 2 and 2, I think. All right, so I've set that up over there. I need to fix my social studies standard because I made it purple, but I like the I-CAN to match the color of the clear dry erase pocket. I'm just organizing copies for next week and I'm gonna cut out all of this lamination. All right, I now have the hallway to myself so I can speak in my loud voice, but there was just a lot going on today. We did get our NC Ready books in, but they are different than the past. We use these to as test prep for EOGs basically. We have a math one and we have a reading one, and they're really awesome because it gives the kids the experience in a test booklet before they have to go and do it. And it's also a bunch of really good text and questions for them to respond to, a bunch of math problems. So it's really helpful. I've also cut out my Scoot cards. I need to put both of these around the room. This is for my Math the Room Center next week, and I need to put both of them up. I'm having my strong math kids do the pink, and then my on-level struggling babies do the yellow. So I've already gone through, and I'll show you, I've printed their recording sheets and I put them in my Math the Room drawer, and I went ahead and put the color of the card at the top of the page, and then I put the student's name on the recording sheet so that I don't have to go through individually telling them. I just say, in your Math the Room drawer, find the paper with your name on it, and it'll tell you at the top which color cards you should be looking at, and you just have to solve it. The really only difference is that the pink ones have missing sides. So it's more of a challenge for my high kids. I've done that, and let me show you their drawers. Independent drawer is their sheet for that rotation, and then Math the Room drawer, I have the child's name and then the color at the top of what cards they're doing. That's one of them. And then let me show you the other recording sheet, just because this is the other one and it's the pink cards. So that is 2 centers set up ready to go. I just have to put the cards around the room. I'm gonna have to tape some because my sticky clips have been falling, but that's fine. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. My other rotation for math is technology. We do IXL. I love IXL specifically for math. We had it for reading this year, but it's better for math in my opinion. And then my third rotation is at my table. So I have nothing else to plan for centers. So let me put those cards up. My room is now a crazy mix of pink, yellow, and grammar cards. So that's always fun. I have never had them back there, but I do need to take advantage of that space because I've just utilized my sticky clips and I haven't had sticky clips there. So I put all of them up with Scotch tape where I didn't have any sticky clips, and I kept a yellow card right next to a pink card because since they are new locations, my kids are used to the grammar card locations. However, I've added a few more, so I'm hoping since I kept them near each other, my kids won't have a hard time finding all of them. I wanted to show you my Power Hour slides. My Power Hour is my math rotations, and I just call it Power Hour, and the kids think it's the greatest thing in the world. So I designed this based off of, I believe it was probably Teach, Create, Motivate's slides that she sells in her TPT, and I know the font is all messed up. I used my fonts at home, and I don't have them downloaded on this computer, so that's just how it's going to stay. But what's covered up here is my kids' names down in the middle, and the boxes stay in the same place, and the kids go to the same station each day in the same order. However, you will see their names just rotate. So they go through their 4 stations. I have my low babies start with me at my table so I can continue teaching and help them out before they go to independent. And then the Math the Room is the task cards, and then technology is IXL. And I start my highest kids at independent, and they come to me last for a challenge. So they just move in that order, and I just change what is underneath that tells them what skill they are working on that day and where they need to go to find it. This is my morning slide. I'm not sure if I ever have shared it before, but I have a morning message every morning because our morning work changes every day, and I have to fix this because it's not called Motivation Monday. But under that, I have the kids' homework for them to copy down, and then their names are blocked off right here, and they drag their names on the smartboard into their lunch choice for the day. So I change homework daily, I change the lunch daily, and then I change the morning message daily. Morning work this week, I'll link this down below. I found this just like weekly ELA morning work that has a different reading skill each day, and I just thought it was something different and I wanted to give it a try. And I liked that it was front to back. So that's what I am trying out this week. All right, my newsletter is complete and printed. Normally it doesn't say see agenda, but that is on there because I am changing the math plans a little bit. So that is ready to be passed out. Morning work is passed out. All math stuff is ready to go for Monday. Let me show you what I'm using for guided reading. Okay, so again, I will link this resource down below. It's from Teachers Pay Teachers, and since I've been so bad about guided reading, I'm just gonna take the plunge and try this. It's just a lesson plan already to go, and it comes with a passage, and it's all leveled. And then there's 2 questions over here, which is great for written response. And then the kids can write and annotate on this. It's a little long and like small font, but that's okay. Switching to my phone because my camera just died and I still have more to say, of course. So I have 2 groups that, like, they're my lower groups, but they're more like just on level readers. So reading levels are all over the place this year because we're using iStation instead of M-Class. So we don't have exact guided reading levels. So I'm just gonna start both of my groups here and see how they do with this. And then next week, change the level based on that. But this is the whole plan, which follows along with a lot of, I mean, every kind of before, during, after, like all this stuff is important. It has the word work. I just think since this is done for me, maybe I'll implement it because I've been so bad about implementing it, guys. I really have. So then there's also the story to complete a running record, which is awesome. The running record is just for the first 3 paragraphs, which is fine anyway. But I went ahead and I prepared it. I put all my kids' names on each one so I can do that for this week and really figure out where they are at, because without M-Class this year, we only have iStation, and that only gives just interesting data. So this is for my 2 groups. Like I said, I'm starting at the same level because they're all pretty much there. And I'm just breaking it up into 2 groups because that way they can be smaller groups. And my one group is struggling a bit more, not with reading, but more comprehension. So I just want to be able to spend as much time with them as I can. And then my other 2 groups are both doing book studies, so that is helpful. I've at least been consistent with that, sort of. So that's all ready to go for Monday, and I wanted to get this together, but I think I'm gonna head out. This is gonna be my writing center for next week for reading, but this is kind of a lot. I have to think about this. All right. This is like a super scoot. So basically there is just a paragraph or a passage or a poem, and I was going to hang them up on anchor chart paper, and the kids were going to move around the room and read them and come up with a central message for each of them. This was supposed to be our lesson for today. However, we are not at school today. So I was going to use it just in a center next week, but we will see. With all that being said, I am going to head out. I need to bring my computer with me because I have to update it, but my newsletter is done. My morning slide is done. My morning work is passed out. All of my math stuff is ready to go, so it should be a very good Monday. One thing I have to do before I go actually is run my grammar recording sheets for our new grammar skill next week. So I'm going to do that really quickly, and then I'm going to head out for the weekend. I'm sorry this is on my phone right now, but I hope you guys enjoyed that I vlogged this week, or at least tried to. I know I talk a lot. I know it's probably just a lot. I don't know. Let me know though if you enjoyed this and if you want me to keep up with it, because it's just made me get back into the teaching grind, which is what I need. So let me know down below. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you are notified every time I post a new video, and I'll see y'all next time. Thanks for watching.